Hello, my name is Philip, and welcome to Chemistry Class Notes. Today we're going to be looking at some jam questions under physical and chemical change, elements, mixtures and compounds, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Like I said, these are the past jam questions for different years. Here you can see the years under each of the questions. We're going to take like almost 10 questions, 10, 15, 10, 12 questions on jam questions, various years. So this first question said, which of the following is an example of a mixture? We have common salt, blood, sand, and washing soda. This is 2010 jam question. So from these examples, you can see that the answer has to be blood. The others, like common salt, sand, and washing soda, they are compounds. Like common salt is sodium chloride. Washing soda is sodium tricarbonate 4. But for sand also, sand, the major chemical components there is silicon oxide. So, but blood is an example of a mixture. The next question, a mixture is different from a compound because A, the properties of a compound are those of its individual constituents. B, the constituents of a compound are chemically bound. C, a mixture is always homogeneous, while a compound is not. Then D, a mixture can be represented by a chemical formula, while a compound cannot. Just as it has been marked, the option has to be B. The constituents of a compound are chemically bound. That is one of the properties of a compound. The others you are seeing here, like a mixture can be represented by a chemical formula. No, a mixture cannot be represented by a chemical formula. It is a compound that can be represented by a chemical formula. A mixture is always homogeneous. That's wrong. The properties of a compound are those of its individual constituents. Actually, that is for mixtures. So the answer is B. The constituents of a compound are chemically bound. So this was 2014 JAM questions. Then the next question. A difference between chemical and physical change is that in a chemical change, A, oxygen is consumed, B, heat is supplied, C, the reversible process occurs, and D, a new substance is formed. Of course, the answer has to be D, a new substance is formed. That's one of the, major differences between physical and chemical change. And this was 2015 JAM questions. Then the next question, which of the following is an example of a chemical change? We have dissolution of salt in water, rusting of iron, melting of ice, separating a mixture by distillation. In my last video, I talked about all this, physical chemical change, element mixture compounds, and their properties. So the answer has to be rusting of iron, because in rusting of iron, a new substance is formed. Unlike the rest, dissolution of salt in water, melting of ice, separating a mixture by distillation, they are examples of physical change because no new substance is formed. The next question, which of the following is physical change? We have burning kerosene, freezing ice cream, exposing white phosphorus, dissolving calcium in water. Since it's physical change, having the fact that no new substance is formed in our mind, so the answer that will fit an example of physical change has to be freezing ice cream. Because in freezing ice cream, whether it's in a liquid state or in a solid state, nothing is changed. It's still the same ice cream. What only changes is the state, liquid and solid. And so this is the example of physical change. The others, like burning kerosene, exposing white phosphorus, dissolving calcium in water, all these are examples of chemical change because a new substance is formed. So this question was about 2003 and 2009. At times they repeat questions. That's why I have to take all the questions very serious. Then this other question was JAM 2018 and 1995. Then this one is 2015. Question: which of the following are mixtures? Roman figure 1, we have petroleum, rubber lattice, vulcanizer solution, carbon sulfide. Then A, we have Roman figure 1, 2, 3. B, Roman figure 1, 2, and 4. C, Roman figure 1 and 2. And D, Roman figure 1 and 4. This one was 2018 JAM questions. So looking at the options, petroleum is a mixture, right? Containing different hydrocarbons. Rubber lattice is also a mixture. Rubber lattice is that white sticky liquid that is gotten from rubber tree. It contains rubber, water, and some other substances are present. So it's also a mixture. Vulcanizer solution is a mixture, containing sulfur and other additives. It's used to give a material high elasticity and strength. So the next option here, carbon sulfide. Of course, you can see that of all of this, only carbon sulfide, is a compound, while the others are mixtures. And take note, the petroleum, rubber lattice, vulcanizers, they cannot be represented by chemical formula, right? Why from here, carbon 2 sulfide can be represented by chemical formula. So the answer has to be the one that has petroleum, rubber lattice, and vulcanizer solution, which is A, Roman figure 1, 2, and 3. Then the next question, a heterogeneous mixture can be defined as any mixture A, of a solute and a solvent, B, whose composition is uniform, C, whose composition is not uniform, then D, formed by solid and liquid. Of course, this one was 2005 JAM questions. My last video, I talked about homogeneous, heterogeneous. Of course, one of the differences or properties of heterogeneous is that their composition are not uniform, while for homogeneous, composition are uniform. So the answer has to be C, whose composition is not uniform. Then the next question, Roman figure 1, it has a varied composition. Roman figure 2, its constituent can be separated by physical means. Roman figure 3, it contains unreactive noble gases. Then which of the following above shows that air is a mixture? We have Roman figure 1 and 2, Roman figure 2 and 3, Roman figure 1 and 3, Roman figure 1, 2, and 3. So the answer has to be A, Roman figure 1 and 2. Let's look at it again. It has a varied composition. That's one of the properties of a mixture. Then its constituent can be separated by physical means. Then it contains unreactive noble gases. So the answer has to be Roman figure 1 and Roman figure 2, not Roman figure 3. So the answer is 1 and 2. So this one was 2012 JAM question. Then the next question, the addition of water to calcium oxide leads to A, physical change, chemical change, formation of mixture, endothermic reaction. This one was 1998 JAM questions. So addition of water to calcium oxide, it leads to chemical change, right? A new substance is formed. Then the next question, a chemical reaction is associated with an increase in composition of one substance, a change in the volume of the reactant, a change in the nature of the reactant, formation of new substance. Because we talk about chemical change or chemical reaction, you know that it leads to formation of new substances. And so the answer has to be D. So this one was in 2004. Okay, that's the end of the video. And if you like the video, you can leave a like and also subscribe. And this particular video, I did it again because the first one wasn't clear, so that's I have to do it again. So take note that all these are JAM questions for various years. From time to time, I'm going to put out videos under different topics for different JAM questions. And also, this video is also good for people, planning to write WAEC, for chemistry. It's also important for you. You can also learn a lot from it. So thank you.